Well, here we go, Hims and Hers stock. Absolutely amazing day. The stock has just exploded 34%, and who said Mondays were bad? What a day. And for me, my account is absolutely exploding, and I'm sure for all of you guys as well, all you guys that are Hims and Hers as shareholders are absolutely having a fantastic day as well, because at the end of the day, I mean, we all bought at $3 when it was down that range back in 2022, didn't we? So we're all making a lot of money today, aren't we?
12 seconds later.
Hold on. I think Hims and Hers at $3.11 is uninvestable. 13th of May 2022. Andy Pickering. Hold on. Maybe we all didn't buy it in the end. Well, with that intro, you can tell that I am a stock market investor and not an actor for that reason. Anyway, to celebrate, I am launching another limited edition poster. So the one that I have on the wall last time, they all got sold out before the bears tried to take them down and ban the eBay account. So this time I'm doing it through a PayPal, and I don't think they'll be able to take that one down. So I am launching another I think Hims and Hers at $3.11 is uninvestable poster. Just to remind you that when people see stocks that potentially could go up 700% from here, they'll still say it's a really bad stock, and something to remind you of when we next get in that bear market. All I'm going to say is that this black and white poster, it's not going to be the same as the first generation poster. I am going to change it a little bit so it's a little bit more colourful. I have not got the final design back from the designer at the moment though. So when I do get the updated design, I will post it for you guys. But if you just want to buy it anyway, then I'll put the link in the description. It's £11.99, which I didn't think is too bad for the poster. It's an A3 poster, so a little bit smaller, as you saw on the whiteboard. I'm only going to do 50. I'll number them all up as well, and I'll also scribble a JKR on there for you guys, just to make it a bit more personal, hopefully. And as well as that, and today I think is the day that I'm allowed to do a plug about on the Patreon, aren't I? If you do want to join the Patreon, links in the description as well. You get 2 exclusive videos a week on there. You get a Discord with 500 members on to talk about stocks, including me, and you get to join the Hims and Hers party that's currently going on there at the moment. And that's where I'll post if I'm buying any more Hims and Hers or if I'm selling any more Hims and Hers. So let's talk about this stock. Up 90% year to date. Not bad at all, is it? Not bad at all. The fact that some people are saying, when's this stock going to start doing something, only a couple of weeks ago, and now it's up 90% year to date, which is absolutely amazing. And from 2022, you know, when that stock was in that $3 range, I can't even get the bottom when it was actually down. It actually entered the $2 range on that day, believe it or not. And yeah, I mean, it's up 433% from that time frame. But actually, if you go from the really big lows, it's up even more than that. It's up like 700% since the actual really big lows, which is absolutely crazy. So the first thing, I just want to take a little bit of a victory lap. I think I did deserve a little bit of a victory lap here, don't I? That 2022 stock market, wow. There was opportunities created, and you saw it. You see from that poster. That's why the poster is so good. That's why I still have the poster up in my room. Even when there's potential future multi-baggers here, there'll be still people saying, oh, don't buy it, it's a terrible company, it's uninvestable. And that's why you have to make the decision. And also for me, it's a reminder of what went on in that 2022 stock market crash. The fact that people were in that time frame, and I know I have a lot of digs here at Andy Pickering about it, but he does kind of deserve it a little bit, doesn't he? But there was also other people. There was also my comment section on Hims and Hers. Now a lot of them have gone back and deleted the comments now, but my videos when I was talking about Hims and Hers back in that time frame, the comment section was full of negative comments. Every single video there was no one in that comment section saying, yeah, I believe Hims and Hers is a buy up. Maybe there was a couple, but it was 90% to 10% positive. And that shows you. It shows you that you need to trust if you want to believe in these stocks or not. Don't listen to everyone else. And that was in 2022, guys. You know, I was the only YouTuber on this space talking about Hims and Hers. There's plenty more that have now jumped on the bandwagon, but I can tell you something, guys. There was no other YouTubers talking about this stock in 2022. There was only me. And during 2022, when the stock market crash was happening, I stuck my neck out of the line. You know, I had a bit of a bad 2021, but you know, I believed in myself. I knew that I'm a good investor. I can turn it around, and you know, this was one of the stocks. And even though it was a painful 12 months. Even probably in 2023 was a bit of a painful time as well, and some of 2021 as well. It was a painful time. YouTubers were quitting all over the place, but I was still here every day, posting videos, talking about stocks, talking about Hims and Hers, even though I was getting absolutely battered in the comment section. I still went here and I talked about this stock, and now my second largest holding is up over 210%. It's absolutely amazing, guys. And the big thing for this is that I just looked at the financials. Even though there was all this noise around the stock, I just looked at the financials and went, you know what? If they keep doing these financials, I believe I'm going to be a winner in this stock. And that's what I look at. And that's the big thing that I look at now is that I try and avoid buying any stocks that have bad financials. If they have bad financials, I just stop buying them. And if they keep on beating, I just keep buying and buying and buying. And that's what I do with him. Says they keep beating. I get buying more and buying more and buying more. And obviously, today's another day where you get those kind of rewards in. And what I'll also say is even in the last 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, I was getting people saying, oh, the stock's $16 and it fell only 30% only a couple of weeks ago. And everybody was, I never got any comments about Hims and Hers during this time frame. And then all of a sudden there's all this noise about, the CEO. And it's yeah, obviously there's some situation there. But the big thing is look at the financials, guys. Look at the financials. And that's the most important thing. And all that noise that suddenly came out and I was getting asked a million questions about, what about Hims and Hers? Is it time to sell Hims and Hers? All of a sudden all the noise just disappears. And that's the big thing. As long as they keep executing, the noise will disappear. And this is why you can't get sucked into the noise in the short term, guys. Long-term investing, look at the financials in long term. Don't get sucked into the noise because unfortunately, there's some people that sold there. They won't admit it, but people sold during this dip and now they're missing out on a massive rally here, which is obviously disappointing. But hopefully, most of you guys have stayed long and you're all getting the rewards like me. And it's good to have a bit of a celebration, isn't it? It's good to talk about stocks that are doing absolutely amazing. I think sometimes the big thing about me is that I try and be transparent and, I don't try and hype things up that much. Obviously, if I'm excited about a stock, it might come across I'm kind of promoting that stock. But the reason why I'm happy or trying to talk positive about stock is because I own it. I do own it and I do back it. But at the same time is that when things go wrong, I do try and say this is what has gone wrong with it. And whereas other YouTubers will sometimes, if they talk about something and it goes wrong, they'll never talk about it again, or they'll only talk about something that has been successful, not something that's down in the dumps. When I was down on Hims and Hers by 30+%, I was still coming on making videos. When I've had stocks that I believed in just as much as Hims and Hers and they've gone wrong, I've still come on the YouTube and tried to make the videos on them. And, I made a video on D-Local the other day and I was like, this is what's really going wrong at the moment with D-Local. And all of a sudden, all out the woodwork is oh, I got a stock wrong again. And, gang, skills. And it's guys, it's crazy, the amount of people that come out the woodwork as soon as something goes wrong. And, you still talk, some stocks that you bought 3 years ago still got typed in the comment section. But, I think sometimes when you have some of the successes, it just gets pushed under the carpet. Hims and Hers. I never see any comments that positive about. Only when it goes wrong. Only when it goes down, the Hims and Hers comments come out. But when it comes up, it's so quiet. Today I had no comments on Hims and Hers. I can tell you something. If it was down 34% today, I would have had more than 0 comments on Hims and Hers. And it's just things get brushed under the carpet. Look at Darktrace. Absolutely amazing stock. Since it got bought out, I've never heard Darktrace mentioned once in the comment section. But yesterday, as soon as we talk about a stock that's going down, gang, skills, they're in the comment section, guys. So I think it's good for me as well, just to have a bit of reflection and go, look, it's you stick it. There's all these finance YouTubers out here at the moment, and it's easy to talk about. No offense to some of these finance YouTube channels out there, but it's pretty easy to talk about finance. What's inflation done today? Inflation's gone up. Inflation's gone down. But actually sticking your head out on the line and actually going, this is the stock that I'm buying. And even though I say don't buy this stock just because I'm buying it, people unfortunately do it. Honestly, just do your own research. But it's good when you brought a stock like this, and it's obviously gone on to be a 7-bagger since it was $3. And even when I bought it, I'm still up over 210%, and it's one of the reasons why I'm outperforming the S&P 500 this year. It's great. Anyway. 10 minutes of bragging is too long, so let's get on to some proper news. So why is the stock doing absolutely amazing today? Well, weight loss. So Hims and Hers introduced access to GLP-1 injections. Now, I'm not going to lie, we've known about this for the last 5 days, but all of a sudden it's caught the media's attention and the stock it went up, and then it just kept going up more and more. I think people got quite excited about it. And this is its latest addition into the weight loss category. I can't say that word, otherwise I'll get demonetized. So the latest addition into the weight loss category. And previously, this has been done by a brand, I think you say Ozempic, and also Wegovy, I think it is. This is the previous weight loss injection that was around. So basically, what it was is a weight loss injection that you would have, and it would put you off feeling hungry, basically. And this is a really new product, and it's gone absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy, the demand for it. And if you look at the Danish firm behind it, their profits have massively risen. They've gone up to 15.3 billion, which is way higher than what Hims and Hers is doing right now. And a lot of it has been down to the new injection that they've currently have. And basically they've come out and said that they have so much demand they can't actually do the supply. That's basically what they're saying. And this is basically loads of celebrities are having it. I think Elon Musk's one of them, and a lot of them have come out and said, they are having it at the moment. They said that their prices are going to start at $199 a month, which is still one of their higher price products, as you can see here. They said that the current Hims and Hers weight loss offering is tracking to eclipse 100 million in revenue by the end of 2025. As previously discussed, growing faster than any other specialty in the company's history, which is obviously really good when you've seen how fast Hims and Hers has grown previously. And basically this is going to be a copycat of what is currently going on here. Now, we don't know how much this is probably going to contribute, but when you do look at the whole category as a whole, the market size of this is 328 billion. It's a big market cap, and if you look at the growth, what the other competitors in this space have kind of had, there's that much demand, they haven't got enough supply. And if you look at what they were saying, they said that up to 27,000 people were starting to use it every week within the US, up from 5,000 each in December. So yeah, the growth has been absolutely massive, and obviously when you're charging this much, it's going to be a really big contributor. So yeah, this is going to be a major. I've not had enough time to do like a big put together on this video for you guys. But yeah, I can see why the stock rallied massively today, because when you do look at this new generator of revenue and profitability, I mean, they're going to make very good amounts of profitability off it, and the revenue that's going to generate is a lot, especially when you're Hims and Hers company. I guess you're getting a bit bigger now. You're around about a 4 billion company, but you look at the net income, 11 million. This is going to potentially do 100 million to the top line in 2025, and we know how conservative Hims and Hers can be on those forecasts. Yeah, this is a really big driver potentially for Hims and Hers in the next couple of years, and it's not something like, I mean, maybe you don't have long-term repeat customers, but the market size normally stays around the same. Like, there's always going to be the clients there potentially for it. So yeah, the demand for it is probably going to be increasing. We're probably way off our peak. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a major driver for the business in the next few years. So I can see why the stock has rallied so much over the last kind of 24 hours with this news. I guess the only thing is that sometimes when you see this kind of rocket-shaped news, I guess the kind of consideration is that have we kind of got a bit too carried away today, and maybe a bit of a repositioning in the position maybe, and maybe we see Hims and Hers is quite a volatile stock at times. It can easily have those kind of drops 30%. Maybe is it kind of time to just rebalance a little bit, and that's something I will consider. But I can see why the stocks move so much today, guys, and it's a really big new category for the company, and it could generate a lot of revenue and profit for the company, as we've seen the other suppliers of these injections and how they've done. So yeah, apologies about the kind of slim picking news that I do have for you on it, because I've literally only been home for like an hour with a million jobs to do. So that's basically all I've got for you in an hour. Maybe I'll follow up with a bit more detail in a little bit once I've done a little bit more research for you guys. But yeah, it looks really good to me, guys. So well done to any of you Hims and Hers shareholders, guys. See you in a bit.